and welcome to the Swinging Bunt podcast Pick'em tournament.
We gotta get a better name.
We'll figure it out. Bunt
Pod picks.
Your audio is fine until that sentence. I don't know what happened.
Bunt
Pod picks. Is that what you're calling it, Mac? Bunt pod
Yeah,
picks.
it's the hashtag.
That's the hashtag on Twitter. Okay. Hashtag
Pod pick Bunt.
Bunt
Pod pick'ems.
Bunt pod
Mitch.
picks. All right. Either way.
This is a podcast.
Wicked Bunt picks.
Anyway,
Swing bunt spread pick.
stop yelling, Mac. It
Pick
echoes
off.
really bad.
Picked off.
You're
swinging
fine.
Bunt
Stop,
picks.
Mitchell. Anyways, this is a show where we will give you our picks over the next 16 games this season each week. So last week, our champion was Roy Steyer. Mac, what was his final record on the picks?
He had 10.
10 correct. And our best was who?
Mitchell with 8.
Mitch with 8, and he had 10.
Mhm.
So congratulations, Roy. Your winnings will be coming over to you digitally. I know that you did send in your place where we can reward you. So we've already not undefeated. What are the current standings right now, Mac? For
For the
us,
host,
for us, the hosts.
so Mitchell's in first with 8, then Toby with 7.
8 and 8, and 7 and 9, right? Because you count their losses as well. We'll have like a total record, right? So Max 8 and 8. Or I'm sorry, Mitch is 8 and 8.
Oh.
8 correct,
Okay.
8 wrong. Mhm.
Wins, loss.
Gotcha.
You know.
So Mitchell's 8 and 8. Toby is 7 and 9. Jake is 7 and 9. James and Wes are 6 and 10, and I am 5 and 11.
The goal is to be
Solid.
over 500. You're over 500, you're making money. So Mitch, you drew even. The rest of us all lost money this past week if we did follow those bets. There were a few that as I was going into my bets later in the week, I was like, I wish I would have chosen something different. And I ended up betting differently on that Sunday. And some of them hit, some of them didn't. I ended up breaking even on the week.
You're like, oh, I just want to do this to be different.
Yeah. Like when I picked the Bears to cover against the Rams, I was like, well, that was a mistake. After about 3 minutes, I quickly knew that was a mistake. Anyways, let's go ahead and get moving so you guys can follow along. Matt, go ahead and share our screen so the guests or our viewers on YouTube can see what we're doing. So this week we have 16 games slated. Thursday night, New York Giants versus Washington. The spread is New York Giants plus 3.5. I'll go last on this one. Oh, Toby and Wes could not be here today. So they will be uploading theirs into the doc tonight. So Mac, who do you have?
Matt, can you make it
Washington's-
bigger?
Yeah,
Sorry,
just
it's hard to see on my screen.
you can just zoom it in a little bit.
How do I do that?
Press control and scroll up.
Anything moving? Like, hold on.
We just want to see fewer cells, so be closer.
I'm working.
Poor James is on his phone.
Hit the 3 dots at the top right and go to zoom. Very top right.
Up, nope.
Oh, man, you're worse than a
Further
teacher.
right, up.
Up.
Yeah.
Go
Zoom.
to like
Hmm.
175 maybe.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's perfect. That's too
One
far.
back out one more.
There you go. There you go.
There it is. Bing, bang, boom. All right. So,
This is the content we're here for.
Mac, the Washington football team is favored by 3.5. Who do you take?
Oh yeah. Washington.
Washington. Giants looked pretty rough. Not as bad as I expected, but pretty rough. Now, Taylor Heineke, though, is going to be the starting QB. So I don't know what to expect with them. What do you got, man?
Antonio Gibson still around.
Washington. James?
Uh,
It's in.
why
You
not?
wrote versus. Are those actually versus?
They're all versus.
It's at Washington. We want to make sure we know who's home. So this isn't at.
Well, probably the team on right is. It's,
No, sometimes it changed for some reason with this dumb thing. But yeah, most of them are at. Okay. James, what you got?
I will go Giants to be different.
I am also
think-
Giants.
That quarterback play is going to be significant.
I think it'll make a big difference. Not that I'm saying I think Daniel Jones is some godsend or something. But I do worry about Taylor Heineke.
I think the Washington defense is just gonna smash. the
Honestly, yeah, I don't think Jones is gonna. I change it. I think that Washington defense is gonna smash Jones. Antonio Gibson is just gonna run over the Giants. I'm going with Washington as well.
I stand as I am.
Next one, you got Houston. Is it at Cleveland or versus Cleveland? Who's home? Texans at Browns. That 12.5 line is just huge. And Tyrod Taylor didn't look that bad. And I mean, I know he's playing Jacksonville. I know Cleveland's good, but I think 12.5 is a bit too much for my blood. I love Cleveland. I think they're one of my favorite teams in the playoffs this year, but I'm going to go with Houston on this one. I think just 12.5 is too much for me. So I'm going to take Houston. Mitchell,
Oh, Houston.
you're taking Houston?
I'm going to be taking Cleveland. Cleveland.
is- Okay.
I think Nick Chubb is just going to dominate.
Just run all over the defense. It's not like James Robinson ran wild.
James Robinson
Yeah.
only had 9 touches.
I am just worried that Houston's not as bad as we originally thought they were.
They're bad.
They are bad. It's true.
I mean, they had Deshaun Watson last year, and they
Where
were
you going,
bad.
Mac?
It's so hard to tell
Cleveland.
who a team is after 1 week. I think it takes like 4
That's
weeks
true.
to really know who a team is, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am
And
going
then
Cleveland as well.
am I the only one going Houston?
That's correct.
Yes.
I mean, that's a huge spread.
It is a
so
big spread.
Cleveland could win by 10, and you would still get the points there. So
All right. We got Las Vegas. Is it at Pittsburgh? Where's it at?
it's Texans at Browns. Sorry. It is. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Raiders at Steelers. Yep. Las Vegas at Pittsburgh. James, well, you can go first in this one. Who you got?
I will go Raiders.
Pittsburgh -5.5. You're taking the Raiders to cover?
Yeah.
Raiders looked pretty solid against the Ravens there. I was very impressed. Las Vegas is with an A, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if we're going city or team name.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you hit Giants and everyone else has their team name.
Okay. This is tough. What do you have, Mitch?
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think. I mean, I don't know. Lamar doesn't throw the ball as much
That was
as
compelling.
Ben's going to.
And I think
not-
that first game in Las Vegas this past week, I think that helped the Raiders out quite a bit. I mean, they were going nuts. Fans were. I think that really helped them out. I think they fed off that energy. And in Pittsburgh, it's going to be totally different. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh as well with this one. I hope Najee Harris does better too. He struggled last week.
It's
He's
already
got
been
to,
10
I mean,
minutes. Let's go.
That's my
Um,
bitch.
All right.
Raiders.
Raiders, your Raiders, Mac.
Yeah.
Next game we got Rams
At Indianapolis.
at Indianapolis. Thank you. Yeah, keep looking, Mitch, so we know.
So far, every
Indianapolis.
game has been correct.
What's that?
So far, every game has been correct. On the
Rams at Indianapolis. The Rams are favored by 3.5. I think I'm gonna take the Rams in this one. I might be betting the Rams to cover the spread quite a bit this year. They look great. And I think they're only going to get better as Matt Stafford gets more integrated with that team. So I'm taking the Rams.
Rams.
I'm taking the Rams as well.
Is it a clean sweep, Mac?
I think it's a little harder than I thought. I mean, I like the Colts a lot. But
Colts at home makes that 3.5 hard.
I think the Rams. I think the Rams got it.
But I think the Rams are better in every facet of the game. Better quarterback, except for their running back. I think everything else they have is better. Better receivers, better tight end.
My coworker is a huge Wentz fan and Colts fan, so he's rubbing off on me.
Your coworker
Oh,
live in that
sweet.
tin can with you.
next game.
Next game, Denver.
It's all if it's on the left, you're at the right.
Is it for all of them correct?
Yeah, I just
All
looked
right,
at it.
Denver at Jacksonville. Denver's favored by 6. Denver -6. That's a tough one. I'm going to push it. I'm going to call it even. I think they're going to win by exactly 6.
Can we do that?
Yep. So you can only if it's on a whole number.
There were
Push
two.
a half
There were
number.
two last week. There were 2 pushes last week.
Yep. So I'm pushing.
If you want to push on the +3.5, you can do that.
I
You know what? With
will-
that pass rush, I'm gonna take Denver. I changed my mind.
You're such a woman.
Dude, these are it's
And by
tough.
woman, we mean
I
your
thought there's
strong-
anything wrong with me.
Yeah, cover our butts there.
Not that
All
there's
right,
anything wrong with that.
I'm taking Denver, Mr. McKenzie.
Any Seinfeld fans?
What do you got, Mac? Who are you taking?
And Broncos.
Broncos. Okay.
I'm taking Broncos.
I also think that Tim Patrick is going to have another great year.
Well, I mean, Jerry Judy's gone now, so he's gonna get the ball quite a bit.
Cortland Sutton's on the receiving end, or I guess I don't know. Never mind.
I think KJ Hamler is going to have a great year.
Well, we'll see. See what.
Why
Tim
did he have a
does.
great year last year?
He was a rookie behind Jerry
I mean-
Judy and Noah Fant and Remember, Drew Lock was throwing the ball. Not
That's
Teddy
true. That's the big
Bridgewater.
factor for me. The difference between Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater.
Actually, Bridgewater's like never.
Well,
thrown for
and
more
Lock
than
got
20
injured as well
touchdowns.
last year. And remember the COVID game where
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire Broncos quarterback staff was injured and they had that wide receiver come be QB. I have never seen something so funny in the NFL in my life. That was a great game.
Broncos.
Mitch,
I said Broncos.
Okay.
Oh, geez,
Brown
man.
Cows as
How's it-
well.
how's it
New
bold?
England at the Jets. New England is favored by 3. Or I'm sorry, by
6.
6. New York Jets +6. So New England's favored by 6. Mac
Hmm.
Jones versus Zach Wilson. That
I'll take the
defense-
Jets.
Okay.
I will also take the Jets just to spite Jake.
I'll go Patriots.
I'm going Jets.
I
It's-
think I'm
it's
not sure
in
they
New
can cover
York.
the 6.
I don't think the Patriots put up a ton of points. I don't think the Jets do either, but I don't think 6 is. I think 6 is too big for me. I think it's more like 4 or 5.
I could see this game being like a 13-10.
Yep, kind of like what we saw last week with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to have a lot of close games. I don't think the Patriots are going to cover very many spreads at all. Now, if Mac Jones has a big game, this is the one. We beat the Jets almost always. So, but I think the Patriots win, but they do not cover. San Francisco at Philly. San Francisco -3.5.
San Francisco.
San Francisco lost their entire running back staff apparently, but they still looked amazing against the Lions until that debacle where Jared Goff comes back. Philly looked really good too, though.
Philly did look good against a terrible Atlanta team.
They are bad. That's the question. Are they going to be good against a
So,
good team,
I'm
or were
gonna
they just good against a bad team?
I'm gonna say 49ers on account of Philly's got to actually play against a defense.
Who's the best player on the field?
Probably George Kittle.
Then
But
I'd say
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts would be next,
And then Debo Samuel.
probably Debo. Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to go with the 49ers as well. I think they cover the 3.5. I would not be surprised if they won by 3, but I think they cover. I think the coaching difference is a big difference for me in that one.
So we all went 49ers.
Yep. Clean sweep on the 49ers. Cincinnati at Chicago. Chicago's favored by 2.5. I think the Bengals win this game outright. I take Cincinnati. If Justin
I take
Fields
Cincinnati as well.
if Justin
I'm-
Fields starts, I switch it, but I like Cincinnati this game.
I would still go Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bengals. Jamar Chase looks great.
The whole Bengals offense looked great. Chicago, meanwhile, their secondary looked really bad against who'd they play? The Rams, and their offensive line looked awful. So I don't think the Bengals are have issues stopping the Bears because their offense
Well, I mean,
sucks.
Montgomery
they'll
had a
do it.
pretty decent game.
Yep.
I love this is
Runs
one of
behind
my
that
favorite
offensive
bets of the
line.
week. I'm betting the Bears to win. I'm betting the over, and
Wait,
I'm
wait.
betting.
The Bengals to win.
I'm sorry, the Bengals to win. I'm betting the over, and I am betting the Bengals to cover the spread. So I would hammer this one. I think that's a clear misprint for Vegas on that one.
Let the Bears go win like 21-0.
Well, you never know. It could happen. But if Andy Dalton's starting, I just don't see them moving the ball.
That's
Moving
true.
on.
Did you guys listen to the footballers today?
No,
Nope.
No,
I think I know more than them. So
I just do it for entertainment, not education.
just kidding. All right. New Orleans at Carolina. New Orleans Saints are favored by 3.5. Carolina home in this one. So this
Talk
is quite
about
the
it.
cover.
oversight by Vegas.
Mitch,
I think New Orleans has got this in the bag.
Well, they're favored by 3.5.
I think they've got it in the bag.
So what you would have them have like an 8 or
Good grief.
9?
No, I think they'll win by a lot.
Okay.
sing along.
I also picked the
Jameis
Saints to
Winston
cover
leads
this
the
one.
league in touchdowns, so
He
I don't know
does.
how you
He
can argue
does.
that.
With 145 yards.
Yeah, if that.
Crazy. No, it's 140 something. Are we all
I
Saints?
would go Panthers.
Nice.
And honestly, the reason I'm saying Saints is just like Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback who definitely had a bad game, but like to pick him off twice, I don't know.
Oh, we knew the Saints were gonna have a good D this year.
You're doing something right, and you're playing against the QB that probably does not have a ton of confidence, except in Christian McCaffrey. So
He had a great game last week.
Yeah, how many of you dropped Mo Callaway?
Marquez.
Okay, next, moving on. Buffalo at Miami.
I had
Buffalo
them.
is favored by 3.5 points.
Buffalo. I
3.5.
think this is going to be a blowout.
You do.
Really?
You think they're
And
going to come out?
And I love Miami.
You think they're just
but
going
I
to come out
think-
firing?
I do.
I'm gonna go with Miami because I think Buffalo will win by 3.
I think I think this is a very close game either way. I go Buffalo as well. I'm sorry, my Dolphins, I mean to say. Sorry. All right, Minnesota at Arizona. Arizona's favored by 3.5. After the way Arizona looked last week, and even the way Minnesota looked this week, I think this line I would probably have it at 4.5 because I think they win by 5. So I will pick Arizona.
I will choose the Cardinals as well.
I would not be surprised if Minnesota won this game outright, though. I would not be
Minnesota's
shocked at all.
defense is so bad.
Yeah, I just I think that with that offensive Minnesota, they're gonna perform better than the who did Cardinals
your
play
mouth.
last week?
I'm
Watch your
gonna
mouth.
I'm
The
gonna go.
Titans played so poorly. They played so
They did.
poorly. I don't think that they stopped
I'm gonna
the
play
Vikings
the
like they did.
Vikings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Vikings.
That might be a good call, Mitchell.
What are you guys watching?
Okay.
Not Kyler Murray, obviously.
Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is favored as the home team by 12.5. Is that true or is Atlanta home? I guess Tampa Bay's home. All right. 12.5 is a lot of points.
It's a huge cover,
I mean, that's a big spread.
but this is the Super Bowl team,
It is, and they looked good against the Colts.
Cowboys.
Or
Cowboys.
Cowboys. I'm sorry, I don't want to say Colts.
The other blue team.
If they're holding the Cowboys to 20 something with like 29, right? I don't see the Falcons putting up anywhere near close to 20. And I think the Buccaneers are going to score 35 plus points. I'm taking the Bucks in this one. I wouldn't be shocked if they won 35
Spell it right.
15, 35 14, something like that.
I kind of want to take Atlanta, but I feel like I'm gonna look stupid when they get blown out. So I'm gonna go with
I don't
Buccaneers.
think it's a stupid because that's huge.
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers.
We have some very similar bets this week.
Yeah, you and I
Falcons.
only differ on two.
Falcons, James. James is
Yes.
gonna take the
I don't-
Falcons to cover.
I don't
every
think
week.
that's like I don't think that's crazy.
No,
Well,
I
I just
don't
feel
either.
like if
I
I
don't
pick-
either.
And it's just all the rival games, us, Tampa Bay, us, New Orleans, us, they're always pretty close.
That's true. That's very true. You
23.
know what? That's true.
But our team also hasn't been as bad ever. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
in their division
right.
games though are
Buccaneers.
usually very close. I switched to Falcons. That's
You know
true.
what? I'm going back to Falcons.
Are you, Mitchell? So Mac, you're the only one.
This is a
at Falcons.
freebie. This is a freebie for me.
Dallas at LAC. The LAC Chargers are favored by 3.
This sucks
Team
because
It's
Cowboys.
hard.
this is a tough one.
But you know what I'm going to do with this one because I can't decide?
Push.
Push.
I
This
will
game-
go Cowboys.
This game is going to be so close. This is probably my game of the week. I'm excited about this one. I think there's going to be a lot of points put up in this one. It's going to be decided by a last second field goal. So
Freaking A.
I'm going to go push.
Mitch.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
Go Chargers. Tennessee at Seattle. Seattle's favored by 5.5 at home. I'm going to take a bounce back week this week. I'm going to take Tennessee, but they lose.
Well, Seattle's got 12 men when they're at home, so
That's true. They do get that extra guy.
You got a good point there.
home field advantage. I'm actually gonna go Titans.
And Seahawks.
Oh god,
Eat chickens.
I'm just
James?
rooting
What would I do?
against all
I
the
mean, I
NFC
gotta-
West teams.
this is so hard.
You got to rep your boys, James.
That's just stupid. That's how you lose money.
That is how you lose money.
I'll go Seattle.
It doesn't say the rich;
no.
it just says the faithful.
Kansas City
if
at Baltimore.
Both
Kansas
y'all would have
City.
gone Seahawks. I'd have gone Titans.
Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City is favored minus 3.5.
So this is actually the first time Mahomes has played at Baltimore.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm gonna take Ravens.
This is going to be a
This is
high
always a good
scoring
game.
game. It's going to be a fun game to watch.
I'm gonna say the Ravens just lost to the Raiders, so Kansas City. I think people severely underestimate the fact that Patrick Mahomes is on the Chiefs.
I think that Raiders defense was a lot better than the Chiefs.
Chiefs probably is a better defense, or the Raiders may be a better defense, but the Chiefs have like an offense that's like 3 times more powerful. And that's because
This is
Patrick
gonna be a
and
close game.
Travis
Who are you doing,
Kelsey,
Jake?
and Tyreek
Is
I
it
Hill.
think
3.5
I think
points?
decided by a Butker field goal. I'm going to go or Tucker field goal. I'm going to go Baltimore.
I will say I love
This is a
both
Sunday
the
night
kickers
game,
in this
right?
I hope-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
That's gonna be a
fun game to
fantastic
watch.
Sunday night
Are we
game.
going to be recording during this?
B-dubs, Mitchell. Yeah, we'll be recording. We can all watch it together.
Ooh, B-dubs.
Chiefs.
You are in Virginia, Mac.
You can
It's
make
just a short drive.
Hankins still got a B-dubs.
All right, Detroit at Green Bay.
Nope.
Green Bay -11.
This is.
Oh
I,
my
I
Lanta.
think this is a very interesting spread.
I know that they're in Green Bay, and you know that they're going to come out firing. Hopefully, that's like the narrative that you put is that the Packers are going to come out with an attitude after what happened last week. But I think the Lions are one of those sneaky teams that are just going to keep biting at your kneecaps. So I'm going to go with Detroit to cover this, but still lose by quite a bit. So I mean, they can cover and lose by 10. You can lose by 10 and cover. So
Sure.
I take the
You
Lions.
could lose by 10.5.
You could lose by 10 and a half and cover.
I'm gonna go Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers has had 3 games in his career with a QB rating of less than 38. And in 2 of those years, he won a Super Bowl, and in the other, he won the MVP. So I think the Packers are going to come out swinging.
I think you're probably right. I still think they win by a lot.
11 is a big cover, though.
Even
All right.
though I didn't say an answer, I will
Would you
go
have said
Packers.
Packers? All right.
Yes.
So this has been the Bunt Cast picks.
Swing pick comes.
What is it,
Bunt.
Mac? Bunt Pod picks.
Hashtag Bunt Pod Picks.
All right. Hashtag Bunt Pod picks contest. So please comment your picks using these spreads that we have available here. You can either comment below in the YouTube. If you do, please like our video, subscribe. That way you get this video every week so you can make sure that you
Hit that bell.
participate. Yeah.
Ding,
Hit
ding,
the
ding.
bell so that you get the notification when this video comes out. And then you will always be able to participate in our contest each week. Prize value goes up to $20 this week. Now that we've added a sponsor, Cough Cough, who has not given me the read ad yet. Cough Cough. But this
It's a
segment,
$20 reward?
yeah, it's $20 now. This segment
Wow.
is, however, sponsored by Wisconsin Natural Air Duct and Cleaning and Mold Removal. So eventually there'll be an ad that goes right in the middle of this segment, but he hasn't sent me the read yet. So I can tell you about his wonderful company and how they will go anywhere in Wisconsin to clean your ducts. That being said, this is the Swing Bunt Podcast. Good luck in your bets this week. Enjoy some football. Nice job, guys.